reality check. What do you guys want your life to exactly look like? What is it that you want to experience in life? What do you want your life to play out like in the future and right now?
We are Scott and Julie, and we decided to go with a little spontaneity. And we ended up here at Milford Lake in Kansas, and it's absolutely gorgeous. A little windy today, but
one of my favorite lakes.
Sun is shining. It's a gigantic lake.
Yeah.
And so we're just enjoying life. And
in the midst of this terrible economic condition we're all under. It's not terrible, but we're all under lockdown. So
yeah, so in the midst of this lockdown, we have taken this opportunity to redesign and discover what exactly we want our lives to look like. And for us, we really want to help people tap into their purpose and live the life and design the life that they want. Because I've lived a life with so much structure, and I had to go this way when Scott said, let's just go somewhere. I'm like, what? So now we're here on day 2, which I had no idea we were going to stay 2 nights, but we're going to stay in a little yurt.
And I had a yurt.
Yurt. I never knew what a yurt was, but it's a little hut that has no running water or electricity. But
normally I would camp and have the tent and all that good stuff, but we stayed at a lodge last night, and then we're going to a yurt, which is like a teepee kind of like.
Yes, and our dog Rex is with us, so he's super excited about that. So we have taken this time to really reflect on how are we going to launch and just bounce into this next time of our life when we're not in lockdown.
Season of life, because this is all going to turn around.
Yeah.
It's a bummer that it's happened, and what's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah. Our hearts go out to them.
Yeah, and we've got friends that have lost loved ones, family members from being on the front line in the medical field. And
yeah. So praise to all you healthcare and frontline people. We thank you.
But really what we're doing here is we're really dialing more in. And I was just telling Julie a few minutes ago, that isn't this awesome? We're doing what we love to do. We're doing our purpose. And we're free to be able to go do what we want to do and go where we want. We didn't even plan this. It was just like point at some place on the map and we're going to go there. So I had to work it. Yes. To begin with to make sure everything worked and flowed.
That Rex could come. If Rex wasn't available to come, we weren't coming, because he's about 10 years old now. So I
had to work it, and otherwise Julie would have vetoed it because we had a lot to do. But it just made a better environment to come do it in this place, this wonderful place. We could have picked a number of places, but so anyway, we're on day 2, as she's saying. I had to present that to her too. What if we do this?
Yes. So just the imagination and the spontaneity has just been exciting, instead of focusing on our circumstances and what we have no control over.
Yep.
We have the opportunity to live the life that we want to live outside of our circumstances. And so
as you were saying, we're on day 2, and so here we are, like not even meaning to be here.
Hey, Rhonda.
Not even planning on being here. And so all of a sudden we're here, and I was just telling her a few minutes ago, like I said before, that isn't this awesome that we just are able to work at our purpose and continue to cultivate clarity, which is kind of what we're doing right now, is projecting to you about clarity and getting clear as to what you want to experience in the future. You will experience something, and if there's no clarity, you'll, like we all have done, you'll gravitate and migrate and graze and kind of meander around life, and your ship will just kind of float around and kind of end up wherever the winds, it's kind of windy today, wherever the winds of life carry you, which really is kind of the emotions of life. Whatever feels good at the time, oh, let's go here, there, and that's good stuff. But if you're trying to get your dreams off the ground, if you're trying to live a picture of what you hope and desire for your life, of some level of freedom, some semblance of abundance, some picture of what makes you come alive, you must have clear vision then. You must have clarity on what that looks like and what you're going to do to get there, what you're going to use as your tool to get there, to keep that ship on course. So,
and sometimes it takes time. You may not know exactly what you want because you've been stuck with doing what you've always done. Like, it's been a challenge for me to break out of that, because I used to go to work 8 to 5, and Monday through Friday. And now I have the opportunity to do so much more, and it's different. It's different to do something different, but it's exciting.
Wasn't it great when I asked you, like, what do you think about coming out of pharmacy? No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yep, but I'm so grateful, babe.
Yeah.
He has made me challenge myself, challenge what I want, and he spoke so much wisdom in my life that I'm so grateful that now we are on the mission, and we're passionate to help people find their purpose and know what they want to experience in life, because life's short.
And
as we've seen with this COVID, or coronavirus, my son likes us to say, as we see this, life is short. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. So live today
like it's your last day.
Yeah.
And so living on purpose, or living a purpose-driven life is really what we're excited about. We want to make it count. It doesn't mean you can't be spontaneous. Doesn't mean you can't just, kick up a roost and have a skip in your step and, do wild things every once in a while. But,
oh boy, we've done some wild things.
But to have a purpose-driven life so that you're experiencing what you desire, which oftentimes we get sucked into work and sucked into life and never go toward what we desire, never go toward our dreams, never get those dreams off the ground. And so really just, man, it's hard work. It can be hard work, but going to work is hard work.
Yeah.
It can be hard work to begin crafting what you want your life to look like. But if you don't do it, you never go to it, and you end up being a product of everything that's happening around you. Everything that you have to go do versus getting to go do the things you want to do.
What you get to do.
What you get to do, not what you have to do. And so I've spent a lot of my life doing what I have to do to make ends meet, which
was hard work.
It's a trick it's a play on your mind, because you can make $100,000 and still be making ends meet, or $150,000 and really not be fulfilling your purpose of what makes you come alive. And so it takes energy to focus in on what makes you come alive and what your purpose is, what fits you, what makes you really come alive, what lights you on fire so much that you don't even worry about going to work. We didn't worry about coming to work, but that's what we're doing down here. But we're having fun at a great place. One of my favorite places to come for a lake.
And we've had a lot of late nights, but it's been energizing because we have this clear vision. We know what we want. And we had a lot of different ideas and options, but now that we have the clarity, like, watch out, we are on fire.
Well, and aside from that, if a person doesn't have clear vision, like we haven't, that's where what I was projecting is that it takes time.
Yeah.
We don't just have clear vision because we just have clear vision. We have clear vision because we did the work to go through it. And once you start doing that, you start quantifying and putting in perspective what actually you're doing and why you're doing it and what's the purpose behind it. And
not just go through the motions.
What's the rationale and reasoning behind it? And so once you put that into place and you start going toward it, it starts filling in. It starts building out. It starts being designed. It's as if the Lord's going before you and working all things for your good and making a way, which He is, by the way. And so yeah, booyah. And so as you step into it, yes, it can be challenging. Sometimes we got writer's block, or can't figure out what we're going to say, or what we need to craft, or what's going to go in our message, or how it's going to play out. But the more we work through it, it starts molding us and shaping us into our purpose, into what we're doing.
Kind of breaking free some of those limiting beliefs and ways that we did things, really.
And remember, like 3 or 4 days ago, we just hit like an epiphany of a whole bunch of things that just like morphed and hybrided into place of, that's who we are. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that fits us. And so we just want to encourage you to take this time. In the midst of this bad time, which obviously everybody doesn't think it's that bad. They're out playing.
There's a lot of people on the lake.
Yeah, there's no masks. Nobody's wearing masks.
Oh, we haven't seen a mask around here.
There's not even any markers to say 6 foot away or any signs.
Oh, there was a little at the restaurant, at the Cove restaurant. You didn't go in, but there was.
Yeah.
But they weren't doing it.
Nobody's following it. Like I was telling Julie last night, they're not even following it. Like
it never happened.
Yeah, it's like they're all back together and like they're all friends and they all know each other, so it's okay. Even though, somebody could have came into your life and whatever, and transferred it and then transferred to another person. So they just don't care. And that's what we said 2 months ago. We said eventually people are just going to not be able to stand it any longer, and they're going to break out in wanting to hang out. And so it's just going to be this mad race. And so we're seeing that here where people are carousing together and having that enjoyable time together. And so, but what I was getting at is in the midst of, while we're still locked down, I think we're probably going to be still dealing with it for a month, easily. 4th of July probably is going to be a good time to celebrate, to really come unhooked and come out of it and feel free.
Not live in fear.
Feel free, because enough time's passed, enough quarantines happened to kind of stop it in its tracks. And summer's going to be kicking off at that point, the real true point of summer. And so the UV rays are at their peak, killing the virus. And that might not stop at all, but it's not likely that people are going to be sick throughout the summer. It may come back in the fall. But my point is we have this time period where life is not normal. It's not back to what it was, and it probably won't be back to what it was for a while. And so it's a good time to turn that negative into a positive and work on what really gets you excited, what really makes you come alive.
What fires you up?
What do you think your purpose is? And begin stepping toward it. Begin looking into it and reaching for it and drawing it into your life. And it may start a certain way, but as a month or 2 months goes by, it'll morph into things as you pull more and more out of yourself and become who you really are. Not that you aren't already, not that we weren't already, but we found a new life, a new reason, a new purpose, a new path for existing, for getting up out every day, a new skipping our step with new energy, because the aliveness is back in, and we're not pouring our inspirational, creative, aliveness energy into someone else's purpose or some other environment, and we're now pouring that into our own, which is exciting. And so it's just building out. So what a great time for you guys and us to focus in on that and not let the circumstances control us, the bad circumstances and the circumstances of just the coming and going of life, of the things you have to do around the house, the things you have to do.
It'll stay there, trust me.
Yeah, the things you have to do with dealing with life and society and your bank account and money and all those things. That'll all still be there, like you said.
Yep.
And so what a great time to take some time away, get away from the hustle bustle, go sit on your deck, sit in your backyard, have quiet time and just reflect on life and decide, what do I want? What do I want my life to look like? What do I want to be experiencing this time next year or this summer or by the end of this year?
Or just today. I asked that myself. Like, what do I want to experience today?
So we're working on some pretty exciting things to help transform people's lives. That kind of transformation that will last through your life into eternity. Not just a quick epiphany that does something for a little while and wears off like a novelty or a rave. A fad. But something that is
foundational.
Foundationally transformative to lead your ship into the direction you want it to go, to guide it in the right direction. Maybe it's already going in that direction. And so we find that most people are not going toward that because of trying to get by, trying to take care of all the things that we all have to take care of. And then decades go by. Well, I said before, I don't want to live my life, the rest of my life, and let time go by so fast that I'm racing into old age or retirement, my 70s, 80s, 90s. And I was busy my whole life, being drawn by every single thing. So take this time. Spend some time on that. We're going to unveil some things in June that are really going to help you with your journey, with your purpose in life, with what makes you come alive, with unleashing your infinite true potential. We've got a challenge for you, and we'll keep you tuned into that.
Yeah.
Postpone for that. So
for now, just enjoy this time of life that you've been given. It's not maybe perfect, it's not maybe the way that you had dreamt it, but now is the time to redesign the life that you want to live in alignment with your dreams, how you envision it.
Now keep in mind the bad that's going on right now, that's subsiding. I look at it like it's forced us.
Yeah.
We could have done nothing. We could have sat around. We could have pissed and moaned and
woe is me.
Yeah, groaned and moaned and burped and all that fun stuff.
But no.
But this is a great time to be working at it, and so
working at what you want.
Yeah.
Figuring out what you want. Not taking in all of the noise outside of you. Take time to reflect and go inside what you want.
Yep. Now's the time. Now's the time to pivot and bounce. Life's going to get back to normal. Things are going to turn out fine. Yes.
It'll be challenging right now. It has been for some. We've lost some of the people that we love. But knowing there is a greater purpose to your life.
Yep.
And what you want to experience.
So we want to help you live a purpose-driven life that helps you come alive in who you are, being able to do what you love, unleashing your infinite true potential, not getting stuck in the mundane, everyday coming and going, but to help you find that aliveness, that
spontaneity.
Excitement. Yep. That just releases you into life, causes you to come alive, causes you to have just natural excitement and joy. Yes, every day has challenges to it, but to not be focused on the circumstances, but more focused on where you're going and what you are, like you said, redesigning your life to look like, and then attracting that into your life, drawing that into your life, and not mystically, but drawing it in by going toward it, because you value that and you make it so real that you
can't help
forego everything else to get to that.
Yeah. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
So today we are going to enjoy the rest of the day at Milford Lake,
Kansas.
Yes, and enjoy our time together in our, what's it called? Yurt.
They're yurts. They're
Maybe we'll show you a little bit of what that's about when we get there. But
yeah.
Anyhow.
Anyway, we want you to get clear on what you want to be experiencing in your life right now, next week, next month, this summer, in the future, in spite of the circumstances.
Yes.
Circumstances are always going to be there.
Big or
small, pandemic or no pandemic, they're always there. You are the key to the kingdom. You are key to this life. You are key to this kingdom right here. This pile of dirt right here.
It kind of sounds funny that way. But
It does sound funny. That just came out. But,
yeah.
But you are the key, the answer, and the breakthrough to all that you're going through, to experiencing the life that what you want to experience. As you look in your life, everything in your life is a picture of what you co-created in alignment with how the Lord created and designed the kingdom.
Yes. Amen, Gary.
Whether somebody believes in it or not, believes in him or whatever, has a relationship with him or not, doesn't matter. We're all operating in his design, and we're all creating every day according to what we desire and what we want to experience and what we're going through. And a lot of times we let the circumstances dictate what we're experiencing. So we're challenging you to redesign or design, architect, build out what you want your life to look like, just like a house.
Like a makeover.
And go toward the things that make you come alive. Go toward the things that put a skip in your step. Go toward the things that really give you life and fulfillment and significance and abundance and breakthrough. You're the key.
Have a good night.